Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. This is the morning section, and currently we are reading the Chant and Be Happy. And we are on the first topic of this chapter, and we read the first conversation. And today we will jump to the second conversation between John Leon and Hare Krishna. Okay, so let's start our session by offering the prayer. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवान् च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्णदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितान् च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत राधव श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्गायते गिरि यत्कृपातहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय so today, like as usual, we will go through the conversation, and at the end, like we will find like the takeout points. Okay. Hey, Krishna, who didn't get the chance to read yesterday? Sarita Mataji, you want to read? Or can we do like this? Like one can become a Mukunda and one can become a George, and like one by one, like as like a conversation, they can start.
Yes,
Sureshwati
Mataji.
Mataji, you want to like to become Mukunda, and
Okay.
Sarita Mataji or Sharmila Mataji, is it possible to become a George?
Yeah.
Sarita
Okay,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Now today's conversation, Sureshwari Mataji, you become you can read for the Mukunda, and
Oh,
Sarita Mataji you can read for the George. Okay.
okay, Mataji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Mukunda. Did any of the other Beatles chant?
George. George, before meeting Prabhupada and all of you, I had brought that album Prabhupada did in New York, and John and I listened to it. I remember we sang it for days. John and I with uh, ukulele banjos, sailing through the Greek islands chanting Hare Krishna. Like 6 hours we sang because we couldn't stop once we got going. As soon as we stopped, it was like the lights went out. It went on to the point where our jaws were aching. Singing the mantra over and over and over and over and over, we felt exalted. It was a very happy time for us.
Mukunda, I saw a video the other day sent to us from Canada showing John and Yoko Ono recording their hit song Give Peace a Chance, and about 5 or 6 of the devotees were there in John's room at the Queen Elizabeth Hotel in Montreal, singing along and playing cymbals and drums. John and Yoko chanted Hare Krishna on that song. That was in May of 69, and just 3 months later, Srila Prabhupada was John and Yoko's house guest for 1 month at their estate outside London. While Prabhupada was there, you, John, and Yoko came to his room one afternoon for a few hours. I think that was the first time you all met him. That's right.
At that point, John was a spiritual seeker, and Prabhupada explained the true path to peace and liberation. He talked about karma, reincarnation, and the eternality of the soul, which are all elaborately dealt with in the Vedic literatures. Although John never made Hare Krishna a big part of his life, He echoed the philosophy of Krishna consciousness in a hit song he wrote just about a year after that conversation, Instant Karma. Now, what's the difference between chanting Hare Krishna and meditation?
It's really the same sort of thing as meditation, but I think it has a quicker effect. I mean, even if you put your heads beats down, you can still say the mantra or sing it without actually keeping track on your beats. One of the main differences between silent meditation and chanting is that silent meditation is rather dependent on concentration, but when you chant, it's more of a direct connection with God.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you,
Hare
Mataji. So
Krishna.
in
Thank you, Mataji.
this is the second conversation now. From here, we can find that yes, like this devotees, they are the Westerners. They don't have idea about the Hare Krishna. They don't have the idea about Krishna. But like when they take the Krishna consciousness and when they start chanting Hare Krishna, they sing it for the 6 hours and they are not able to stop. Even their jaws starts paining by chanting and by singing the Hare Krishna mantra. And they felt exalted and they were very happy when they sing the mantra. So like. We don't feel this happiness because we chant as a ritual, we don't put our heart in that, and like we chant only 16 rounds and like then forget about entire day, we forget about it. But whenever you get the time, 1 minute, 5 minutes, you have to chant the holy name. Okay. And like once you cross the like a 20, 30 rounds, then like automatically mantra comes and you will feel very, very happy. Like many of the devotees have feel this now. And yes, like when we can see here, whenever whenever Prabhupada is meeting the devotees or whenever Prabhupada is meeting uh, the general public, Prabhupada was discussing about the Krishna. So like whenever we are meeting our friends or like we are meeting the family members or like wherever we are going, even in a devotees, like we should discuss about the Krishna. We should try to preach the mission of Lord, because this is our family business to spread the Krishna consciousness. Okay. And then the what question has put by the Mukunda, that like what is difference between chanting and general meditation? The George replied, both are the meditation, but there is one difference, that chanting Hare Krishna will give you the quicker effect. And I can also tell from my experience, like before coming in a Krishna consciousness, I was also practicing from for the last 10 years. I was also chanting one mantra, but it has no effect. I have the same taste for the eating non-vegetarian stuff. I like and other things. But when I come to the Krishna consciousness, even I didn't start chanting. Okay, I simply hear the lectures about Harikatha or lectures on Bhagavad Gita. Like even for the 4 5 months, then also like sudden things happen from the inside. That feelings come. I have to quit the non-vegetarian thing, and like within the 5 to 6 months, I have quit everything. From where this conviction come, this come because like the process is so fast and process is quicker, and this is the proper process now. Like as we see now, doctor is the doctor is good when his treatment is working, and like a patient is become come in a healthy state. So similarly, uh, the spiritual process is so good and strong when we are practicing the spirituality, we are seeing some effort, we are seeing some effects. So simply by hearing, I can quit the things which are very loving, or I used to like that things, but I'm able to quit because process is a quicker. Simply by hearing and simply by chanting, these things happens. So yes, by there is one difference between the general meditation and other spiritual activities and Krishna consciousness, that the effect is very quicker. Then second is like we can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Yes, like we are chanting 16 rounds because it's our duty towards our spiritual master and towards the Krishna, because spiritual master has promised us to take us back to the Godhead. So we are doing our 16 rounds out of our duty towards the spiritual master. And like, okay, like if you don't have the beats, you are standing somewhere, you are sitting or you are sleeping, that time also you can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. And other hand, the meditation they are practicing, it is more focused on concentration. You have to focus on some light, or you have to focus on some point, and it is not practical in our day-to-day life. Like you have to like there will be lots of noise going there. Then how can you focus on the one point? And like you are walking, then how can you focus on the one point? But on other hand, you can chant the Hare Krishna mantra while you are walking, while you are sleeping, or while you are doing any activity, while you are doing cooking. You can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. There is a difference. This is the small difference. So whenever you get the time, you have to chant the holy name. Okay, and when we chant the holy name, like we can directly connect with the Krishna. Just because our senses are not clear, we are not able to feel. But when you follow the process, then it is very easy to understand. And like it is very easy to feel, okay, Krishna, when I'm chanting, Krishna is present here. So Hare Krishna, so Sharmila Mataji
Hare
and
Krishna.
Vinod Prabhu, you want to
Yes,
pair up?
Mataji.
Hare
So
Krishna.
who want to become Mukunda?
I can become Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
Sharmila Mataji will be Mukunda and Vinod Dhar Prabhu will be George. Yes, Mataji,
Hare
you can
Krishna.
continue.
Practical meditation. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Maha Mantra was prescribed for modern times because of the fast-paced nature of things today. Even when people do get into a little quiet place, it's very difficult to calm the mind for very long.
Hare Krishna, George. That's right. Chanting Hare Krishna is a type of meditation that can be practiced even if the mind is in turbulence. You can even be doing it and other things at the same time. That's what's so nice. In my life there has been many times the mantra brought things around. It keeps me in tune with reality. And the more you sit in one place and chant, the more incense you offer to Krishna in the same room. The more you purify the vibration, the more you can achieve what you are trying to do, which is just trying to remember God, 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 God as often as possible. And if you are talking to Him with the mantra, it certainly helps.
What else helps you to fix your mind on God?
George, well, just having as many things around me that will remind me of Him, like like incense and pictures. Just the other day, I was looking at a small picture on the wall of my studio of you, Gurudasa, and Shyam Sundara, and just seeing all the old devotees made me think of Krishna. I guess that is the business of devotees, to make you think of God.
How often do you chant?
Whenever I get a chance.
Once you asked Srila Prabhupada about a particular verse he quoted from the Vedas, in which it said that when one chants the holy name of Krishna, Krishna dances on the tongue, and one wishes one had thousands of ears and thousands of mouths with which to better appreciate the holy names of God.
Yes, I think he was talking about a realization that there is no difference between him standing before you and his being present in his name. That is the real beauty of chanting. You directly connect with God. I have no doubt that by saying Krishna over and over again, he can come and dance on the tongue. The main, Mataji, the main thing, though, is to keep in touch with God.
So, your habit is generally to use the beads when you chant?
Oh, yes, I have my beads. I remember when I first got them, they were just big snowy globes of wood. But now I am very glad to say that they are smooth from chanting a lot.
You generally keep them in the bag when you chant?
Yes, I find it's very good to be touching them. It keeps another one of his senses fixed on God. Beads really help in that respect. You know, the frustrating thing about it was in the beginning. There was a period when I was heavy into chanting and I had my hand in my bead bag all the time. And I got so tired of people asking me, did you hurt your hand, break it or something? In the end, I used to say, yeah, yeah, I had an accident because it was easier than explaining everything using a bead. Beads also helped me to release a lot of nervous energy.
Some people say that if everyone on the planet chanted Hare Krishna, they wouldn't be able to keep their minds on what they were doing. In other words, some people ask that if everyone started chanting, wouldn't the whole world just grind to a halt? They wonder if people could stop working in factories, for example.
George, no chanting doesn't stop you from being creative or productive. It actually helps you concentrate. I think this would make a great sketch for television. Imagine all the workers on the Ford assembly line in Detroit, all of them chanting Hare Krishna, while bolting on the wheels. Now that would be wonderful. It might help out the auto industry, and probably there would be more decent cars too. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Mataji.
Mataji,
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So yes, you read so wonderfully. So yes, we can take out lot of points from this discussion now. So yes, this Hare Krishna mantra is for the modern time. And it is prescribed for the modern time, as like it is like, you know, like when we go to the doctors, like there are a lot of patients there, like did doctor like prescribe the same medication to all? No, like depend on the disease, depend on the health conditions, he prescribe the medicine. So similarly for the satyuga there is a different, then for the kalyuga there is a different medication, that is you have to chant in the Kali Yuga, like to get the liberation or to become free from the clutches of a Maya, to go back to the Godhead, you have to practice the chanting Hare Krishna mantra. It is described in in a one of the Upanishads. Okay, so tomorrow I will try to find out, because we read this in a Mukund Mala Sutra also, where the like where it is stated that like chanting Hare Krishna is the only way to get out of this material world in the Kali Yuga. So yes, depending on the we can see in a Kali Yuga peoples are so disturbed, and they have to do lot of ugra karma, and like in this way, like they have the very life small life span. Then in this way, like in these conditions, how can they practice the yajna? How can they practice the tapasya for like thousands of years? It is not a practical. So for the Kali Yuga people, the only way is to chant the Hare Krishna mantra to advance in the spiritual life. So second is the mind, like a mind is full of a turbulence now, and like it can go from the one thing to other thing. He like the mind keep on jumping. So what is the like good thing about this chanting? That like, you know, like when we sitting for a meditation, what they say, you simply have to observe the thoughts, they are coming and they are going, you don't have to enroll. But it is practically, it is not possible. Like if someone comes to you and say, don't think about the monkey, and don't see monkey anywhere, everywhere, like everywhere. So like, but what a practical thing is that you are going to think about monkey only, and you are going to see the monkey all over. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna, our focus should be on a mantra. Like when our focus is on mantra, then like these thoughts coming going, we don't have to worry, because we have something to like keep ourselves in a touch. So yes, and like further, like George here say, like you are like, even you are working, like you can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. That is the beauty. Other hand, for the meditation, you have to sit at a one place. You have to sit at a quiet place. But we can see it is very hard in this Kali Yuga to find the quiet, like a quiet space, or where we can sit and we can simply meditate. It is very hard. But on the other hand, we can chant the mantra wherever we go. And like and even like here George says, when we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra, it means we are talking with the Krishna. Oh Krishna, please pick me from this material world. Oh Krishna, please engage me in your loving devotional service. So we are talking with the Krishna. Krishna, please help. Krishna, please help. Please pick me. Okay. So when we are chanting, we should chant with this prayerful mood. Krishna, please pick me. And Krishna, please engage me in your service. And this is the meaning of Hare Krishna mantra. So when we are chanting, actually we are talking with the Krishna. But like till now we don't know, because like we are not reading the Prabhupada's books. And even like, what is the further point we can take out? That like, what is the business of a devotees? Like why we are wearing the kanthimala, why we are wearing the devotional the sari and the dhoti kurta. Like actually we should wear it on the like in how inside our home also, and like when we are going outside also, because of some condition or like a certain conditioning we are not wearing. But at least at the festival days we are wearing. But we are applying the tilaka when we are going outside, when we are staying in a home. So we are wearing the kantimala. So it reminds us, when we are holding the like a bead bag, it reminds like the further person about the Krishna. And this is the business of a devotee. What George say, I guess that's the business of the devotees, to make you think about the God. So by seeing you, by seeing your behavior, like people should remind Lord Krishna, then you are the devotee. Okay. Then further instruction is that when one chant the holy name of a Krishna, Krishna dances on the tongue, and one wishes have had the thousands of ears and thousands of a mouth with which better appreciate the holy names of Lord. So I think this is the stage naga, like he's praying to Lord Vishnu that please give me thousands of even our acharyas praying, give me thousands of ears, give me thousands of tongues so that I can chant your holy name and I can hear your glories. And this is this is Prabhupada has quoted in his books, that we can see like Krishna was dancing on Kalia, his all the poisons come out and the poison has been destroyed. So and like at the end, Krishna the Kalia has become Kalia Prabhu, Kalia become the devotee. So like currently we are full of material conditioning. We have the poison of this like ahankara and krodha, kama. But when we chant the holy name, Krishna comes and Krishna dance on our tongue. And when he dances, all the poison of this material condition, kama, krodha, goes away, and we become purified. Okay. So yes, so we can also pray like Krishna, like even the acharyas giving you this kind of a prayers, but I'm not qualified. I'm not even able to chant the one like Hare Krishna mantra with the concentration. I'm like I don't have the taste, but please give me that taste. Please make me sincere in chanting your holy name. Then because like devotee means his life should be full of a prayers, his day should be full of a prayers, because he know he don't have the capacity. Without getting the mercy, like he cannot do anything. Krishna Shakti Vina na hoy parivartan. To like bring a change in our life, we need the Krishna's mercy. But to attract the Krishna's mercy, we should put our efforts. Okay. So yes, like when we are chanting Krishna, like we should have this faith. When I'm chanting with a concentration, when I'm chanting without doing the offenses, that Krishna is a coming and he's a dancing on my tongue. Like I hear from the hear from the our senior acharyas and senior devotees that okay, when we are chanting, but when you are committing this offenses, and when we are chanting without concentration, then okay, it will bring some pious effect. It will bring some good effect, but we won't get the ultimate happiness. We are not able to achieve our real goal. What is our real goal? We have to go back to the Godhead. Our real goal is to develop the Krishna prema. When we are chanting Hare Krishna mantra without by making the offenses and without the concentration, means we are not going to get real aim. Okay. So yes, then George says here, when I start the chanting, our Japamala feels like some blocks of wood. But when we chant again and again, that like a more rounds we chant, that that even it is a tulsi wood, it become so smooth. Okay, because we have chanted lot. But when we are chanting, Nama Prabhuji said, when we are chanting, okay, like beads from the beads turn into the black by chanting, but you are like what type of what quality of a chanting you are doing. So yes, quality is also important and quantity is also important. We have to increase the both quality also and quantity also. So and even like I'm not able to quote like who said this, like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say, when we are touching the beads, means we are like it is like we are touching the lotus feet of a Lord Chaitanya. So when we are chanting, we should be very careful, because we are touching the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we should chant in that mood. I'm chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, at the same time I'm touching the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And how fortunate we are, like even to think about this. So we should be very grateful to our senior devotees and our acharyas. And when we are chanting, the many people ask like why we don't use this finger, because this finger we most of the time denote our false ego. Like we used to bring what we say to blaspheme others. So we don't use this. And other hand, when we use this finger, when you use the middle finger, and when we when the beads are touching these fingers, when we are rotating the beads, some there are some acupressure points. And then when this acupressure bond get touches, then like it reduces then like some nervous and energy, and like we our concentration increases, and like we feel very happy. Okay, so it is also like some like so-called scientific reasons are also there. So further, like uh, then what Mukunda asked, like if everyone start chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, then everything will be stopped. People, there will be no people who are working in offices. There, people are not able to maintain themselves. Then how they will do their work? But what George says, it doesn't like that. He is giving the practical examples. Even there are some devotees who are working in a Ford company. They are chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, and at the same time they are bolting on the wheels. So, like when we are cooking, on the background, you can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. And when we are walking, at that time also we can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. So in this way, we can chant like while we are working, we can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. But please be careful. Like we are chanting, this is the extra chanting, not our 16 rounds. 16 rounds should be we have to sit at one place and we have to chant on the beats also with a full concentration. Okay, the extra chanting we can do while we are working, but it doesn't mean that you are like scrolling on your phone, you are cooking, and on this hand like you are holding the beats. No, this is not recommended. For the 16 rounds, you have to sit at one place and you have to chant the holy name. And the rest of the day, whenever you are, whatever you are doing, whatever, like whenever you get the time, you have to chant, you have to chant the holy name. So I think today we can end here. And also don't forget our like what the takeout points we taken from the preface and the introduction. That first is we have to chant the mantra, we have to chant the complete mantra. Second, we have to chant we have to chant loudly. Third is like we have to chant with a prayerful mode. And the prayerful mode come when we chant the Shishtastakam. And not only chant, but we should know the meaning of a Shishtastakam. Then fourth is with the sincerity. Like it's not like that I'm cooking or I'm like scrolling my mobile phone, I'm talking with like some other person, or like I'm watching the television and like then I'm chanting. No, like chanting means like we have to give up everything, and we simply have to sit and we have to chant the holy name with the full concentration. That is a sincerity. And also, as the Sarita Mataji said, that like with the sincerity means we should avoid the offenses. Okay, and like then one more thing we learn, that when like yes, whatever skills you are having, you have to engage that skills in Krishna's service. Okay, so Hare Krishna everyone, happy Krishna conscious day. So tomorrow we will again do the same. Like I request devotees to come forward, and like as the Vinod Prabhu's Sharmila Mataji did, Sarita Mataji, Sureshwari Mataji did, like you can also take the part tomorrow. Okay, so Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Mataji.
Hare
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
Mataji.
कृपा सिन्धुभ्य पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Happy Krishna Conscious Day. So
Hare
please
Krishna
don't
Mataji.
forget
Hare Krishna.
our takeout points. Like whatever we are doing, like whenever we get time, we have to chant the Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. And
Thank you,
once you
Mataji.
chant more and more, you will develop that nectarian taste. Okay. So Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you to
धन्य
all
हो
for joining.
धन्य हो माता जी धन्य हो
Dhanya ho. All glories to assembled devotee. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.